Okay, this video will be on some of the babies that have been showing up in the fish room, and I've finally been able to move some around to get them into their own tanks. These are yellow deltas that were born 6 weeks ago. I used the 1 gallon jar, and then I put the female in there with some Java moss and ended up with about 20 babies that are really doing well. The real big problem with the yellow deltas is they're very tiny, almost kind of clear, and they obviously look like food to the adults, so they kind of disappear. These are the red-blue metalheads. This male has a fantastic intricate pattern on the side of the body. You can, before the metalhead part starts, you can see it right there. That's fantastic. I'd love to continue that along, even if I could get the metalhead part out and just have that intricate pattern on the side. That's beautiful. So anyway, they're doing well. I got a few that are red and blue, a couple that are red, and that big female that had the weird swallow fins recently died, so this is all the next generation now in this tank. So that's a close-up of that male again. These are the Japan blue firetail double swords. If you can see on that one, they have a nice Japan blue aquamarine on the body, and then the orange double swords on the back part. So there's a lot of babies in this tank. I'll probably start listing a couple of pairs of these on Aquabid soon, now that I have a bunch of babies. I was actually down 3 months ago. I was down to just 3 males and 1 female, so to get this line to come all the way back from that is great. So these are my friends Half Black Reds, Tony Anderson. These are looking good. This is the Coles the Black Moscows with the albino female. Not sure if I got any babies out of her yet, because they'll all be black-eyed at first. Next generation would have some albinos, but there's a lot of young in this tank. These are the really intense yellow deltas that I have. The interesting thing is I pulled the female out about 2 hours ago when I was doing some water changes, and put her in a 1 gallon container with some Java moss, because like I said, they like to eat their babies, which sometimes isn't so bad because it's kind of like nutrition for them as well, but I'd rather keep the babies and grow them out. These are just a few of the platinum red mosaic metal, or not metalheads, Dumbo ear, big ears. That's the original male. That's the next generation female and male. And this is a tank of their babies growing out. So this is the black lace snakeskins. One of these females really just unloaded a ton of babies at the top. I have to get them out now, of course. It's another tank of the black lace snakeskins. It's a work in progress, and it's going well. There's a couple of big females at the top. And this is the firetail black Moscows. They're just hanging at the top. This tank is going to be tough to see anything, but they are yellow delta babies that are in there. I'm trying to get the green water out, but there the babies are right at the top there. These are the half black purples that I finally moved into a 10 gallon tank. Once they get a little larger, probably about a month, I can do an extended video on culling and separating the next generation. This is a cross of the Japan blue double swords with the Japan blue firetails. These are the Japan blue double swords, some young ones, and these are some older ones. Sometimes you can't really see the Japan blue. There's pretty good indication, but that one's got a... Two of them have a crappy top sword that doesn't seem to be growing right. So now this tank, I just put a female in there of the yellow Delta. You can see her zipping around. And within 2 hours, she had a bunch of babies. So you can see them popping up and down from the bottom. So I really timed that one right. A little too soon again, because she just had these within an hour. So anyhow, I can almost catch some of these babies at the top there. There's one of them. I'll go through some more of the tanks so you can see. These are the half black, orange, yellow leopard things. Really not quite sure what to call them yet, but they're looking good. These are the half black blue AOCs. Blue and yellow AOCs actually. There's the older male. And I got next generation of males growing out, but so far I'm not seeing any blue. So I have to see some blue before I can try to start selling some. I want to make sure they breed true. And these are the red grass, also some bluegrass metalheads. These are blue, yellow, green Moscows, and these are the half black purples. They're really filling out nicely. It's a 3 pair I put in there, and I put a couple of younger females in there, but I don't see them right now. These are the Galaxy Nebula Steel. There's a load of babies in there. These fish I just colony breed and call out anything that doesn't look good, so I don't have to get those babies out. These are the half black AOCs, any other color, also known as half black leopards, mostly overseas. One of the next videos I'll do, I think I'm going to try to select breeders out of this tank. So I may not be able to do it with just one hand holding the camera and one trying to net them out. So I may just show them and then the next, splice in the ones that I selected as breeders. So these are more of the platinum red mosaic big ears, as are these, and same with these. And this is what's left of the all red albinos. I'm down to 5 fish now. I got 2 males that are just coloring up, 2 really good females, which are these 2, and then this one really crappy female which is too thin. So I'm feeding some medicated food, and if that doesn't straighten her out, then I'll call her out of the tank, because this line just seems to be inferior. Actually, it's never caught on. Over a year and a couple months, I have 5 fish out of the original pair I got from Indonesia, so that's not good. So these are the black Moscow breeders. These are the ones that have the extended dorsal. There's just a bunch of babies in there I have to get out. These are the Luke Roebuck Reds, and these are some more of the black Moscow breeders, as are these here. So the last thing I can show you is this is an empty tank, because the red grass kind of crapped out in this one, and I threw out all of that guppy grass. That stuff just doesn't work out for breeding operation. This is a colony of the red grass, and let's see, these are the red mosaic snakeskins. The tail's gotten a little bit nipped in this tank because they're always going nuts for food, but you can see that the color looks really good on these. The dorsals are amazing on these males. They're really large dorsals. So I got some babies in the tank, assuming they turn out to look like the adults, then I could start selling some. You can see the females have like a shark type tail, and the males just have that big thumb dorsal thing, and they all keep running away. But it's not the camera this time, because I bought a black case so they can't see the reflection shining off. But anyway, these are fantastic. I really love this line. This was from the first generation of a cross, so pretty happy with that. These are some of the full reds that I got to start separating. These are, that's a breeding colony of the Pingus, and they're doing really well. This is a grow out of the Pingus. As these are actually going to be breeders. I'm setting up which ones I'm keeping, and these growing out for sale. So another tank that crapped out. This was red grass. They didn't do well after a while. These are Galaxy Steel, Nebula, Medusa, you name it. It has a couple of gold ones in there. So anyway, that's kind of an update on some of the fish in the fish room. I will mention that to be able to keep this fish room going, I use the Python water changer thing. You can see I used a long gravel arm type thing, and it's about 50 feet. And I recently bought the their hook thing to try out, and it works out really good. You just take off that long gravel vacuum piece and put this on, and then it just sits on the top of the tank, and the water goes in without spilling all over the place. So that's pretty good. And these are my friend's full reds, not related to my line. These are actually, I think, related to Schubel full reds, if I'm remembering right. These are his half black reds. A little bit better look at the Galaxy Nebula Steel things. See if I can find a couple males. They're hiding somewhere. There's one of them. And these are the axolotls wanting to be fed yet again. It's like all they want is food. So anyway, thanks for hanging in there, and I appreciate you watching. Any questions, just let me know.